Hey, all, it's Rich, Packwood WA. Welcome back. Thanks for coming by. So we took a trip for a show up in Packwood, Washington. It's basically a big swap meet. One of the biggest in the Northwest. We were there for the show was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we got there on Wednesday to get set up. We didn't actually get set up until Thursday because of the thunderstorm that rolled through Wednesday afternoon. It's one of the biggest shows in the Northwest, and we got there, and we thought we were going to do really well. So I'll give you a quick view of the setup that we have there. And I'll come back and we'll run through some of the numbers on that and talk about how we did. So stick around for that.
Silly me thinking a dozen was going to be working.
Hi folks, I think I finally got the video or audio figured out for this. Welcome back to Hickory Six Woodworks. Today we are in Packwood, Washington. The Labor Day sales up here, they're having a huge thing. They do it twice a year. The whole streets of Packwood is lined with vendors from one end to the other, and we got to come this year and be part of it. So it's kind of a huge deal in the state of Washington. It's like one of the biggest events that they have in the state of Washington. So this is our setup. I'm going to walk around from the back side here to the front side. I'm going to start over here on this end. These are little kitchen charcuterie boards that just laser engraved. We get them off of coal imports. I got the little picnic tables, Matthew Peach's picnic tables, except for I added a little place here for your silverware and your napkins on both sides of them, so it's a little add-on that I did that's a little different than everybody else. These are journals. These are all hand done, except for the of course they're laser engraved on the covers of them, but the bindings are all leather and they're all hand stitched on there. So different covers on each one of them. They're all a little different, but they're all hand done. We come over here and we have the bead pins. My wife makes the bead pins. And she also puts together the hair clips. I do laser engraving on the covers, the outside on 3mm plywood, and then she does the putting them together and colors a bunch of them and that kind of stuff. And then she got, of course, plastic ones, but she bedazzles them and makes them a little shiny and pretty. And then we go over here to garden wands. These are little fairy garden wands that people can put in their flower pots or in their garden to add a little splash of color when things are dying off at the ear. Wooden spoons, utensils, that kind of stuff. Laser engrave something on the handle of them. They sell pretty well. Little fairy wands for the kids. You got to have something for the kids at these sales too. If you don't have something for the kids, you're doing it wrong. Stickers, big bin of stickers. They sell pretty well. These little tins, we laser engrave some of them, put stickers on some of them, and they do okay for $3, and they're pennies a piece. So with that $3, we're making good money on selling those too. And on this row over here, more cutting boards, charcuterie boards, laser engraved stuff. These are all laser engraved on one side and got the juice groove on the other with the handle on there. It makes them pretty nice. Good morning, how are you? Cribbage boards. These are all laser engraved monster cribbage boards. These are pretty cool.
Come on in, push past him.
Come on in, don't let me stand in your way. That's my favorite one right there. And we come out here, we got those are like 1.5 to 2 inches thick, and we got the smaller ones over here. These are 3/4 inch thick, laser engraved, 3-track. The bigger ones are a 4-track. The wife started doing polymer, so she's got polymer earrings that she's making and doing those, and those turn out real nice. This is the first setting with these, so we'll see how they do. one big live edge charcuterie board.
And I have a unlicensed.
We got tissue boxes. These are a concealment type box. They got close up on that side there, and it's just a push in and it pops out, and then you got a place for your full size 45 and an extra mag. Taco boards. The taco boards have done well for us. They do pretty good. Leather koozies on glass or stainless steel, beer glasses or coffee, either one. They have done well for us over the past couple of years. So
these are concealment boxes. I know. Okay.
And then down here we got the soda can size. Coasters. Slate coasters do well. Somebody once said in a video, don't do coasters. You know, we sell coasters all the time, constantly. We've done the Norton white tile for the first time this year, so we're going to see how they do, if they do any good or not. But I do a little bit of the two-way stuff and try to get kind of sets like that together. Those are all the little Highlander cow type. So we'll see how they do on this run. And then up here on this wall we have just store signs, you know, the welcome to our home kind of stuff, and of course the shelf that I made a couple videos ago. We're going to see if it goes today. If not, it'll go on Etsy. Actually, this is a 5-day event, so we're going to be here for 5 days doing this, so the possibilities of selling stuff here are pretty good.
Looks like a mirror. Right, yeah. Like a mirror. Not everybody wants that, so.
And then out on the front side here, we have the gun boxes, concealment gun boxes. You're just fine, ma'am.
You can't make it here, but you can make an order with us, and we'll make you whatever you want. Yeah. We'd be happy to do that. We're not from here, but we can ship it to you. Oh, yeah. Okay.
These all open up, hinged at the top, soft close hinges, hydraulic support arm, magnetic lock, of course. Everybody's seen these, just they're a little bit different because I engraved different pictures on the cover rather than just doing the American flag setup with them. It's just the kind of stuff that I prefer to make. I do have one with an American flag on it because I love the American flag. God bless America. So on the back side we got a couple more signs here, and of course the last shelf that I built, and one more gun box here. We're just running out of room to hang anything else up, so it is what it is. We'll make it work. So that is about the size of our setup, and that's what we do. This is the size of our spot is a 20 by 40, but our setup is only a 10 by 20, so we're only taking up part of our spot. Of course, we got the trailer and the truck set up back here, so we got some place to stay for the 5 days we're here without having to rent a motel or something like that. But anyway, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Wish us luck, and I'll let you guys know how we do when we get back home. We'll give you a report on how much we sell. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. All right, so our setup's pretty basic with the two 10 by 10 side by side. We got several tables there. Starts out with the wind spinners. We probably didn't mention that in the video when I was up there, but the wind spinners are hanging right above where those Matthew Peach picnic tables are. We sold there's like 4 or 5 of those, the large ones. She has 3 different sizes, large, medium, small. She sold a couple of the large ones and a couple of the medium ones. Then you got the charcuterie boards there that we engraved. We sold a couple of those. The Matthew Peach picnic tables, we sold 8 out of 10 that we took. We took 10, sold 8. The journals were on the rack right behind those. We sold like 10 journals, but we didn't sell any of the pens that we sell with them. They're little add-ons. You gotta have little add-ons and stuff. But we didn't sell any of the pens. Around from that of the hair clips, we sold probably 10 hair clips, all total, the big ones, small ones. people grab the handful of the small ones in the bottom. They're like $1 a piece. So the bigger ones are $5 to $8. So depending on what's you get the big ones and the medium ones. Anyway, moving on from there, garden wands. I think the show sold 1 or 2 of the garden wands. From there, there's more charcuterie boards, the slate charcuterie things, and the cutting boards that we engrave on. We sold a couple of the cutting boards and a couple of the charcuterie boards, the bamboo cutting boards. Sold a couple of those are engraved on one side. The slates, we sold one of the slates. From there it goes into the center table with the cribbage boards on there. We sold 2 of the large cribbage boards that are 1.5 to 2 inch thick, and then 4 of the smaller ones that are 3/4 inch thick. People out there wanted the smaller ones, and I had to ask several times for smaller ones if I had any more of those. So not knowing that when I left here, I'd have made more, but now I know. So next time we go back, we'll definitely make more of those. Coming around from there is the tissue box, gun concealment boxes. Didn't sell any of those. I also had the koozies. I sold 1 koozie 16-ounce glass and 1 can koozie. And then the signs up on the side there. Sold 2 of the wood signs. And then from there it was gun boxes. We sold two of the gun boxes. I also had the one shelf that both of the shelves that I made in the last couple of videos. We didn't sell either one of those. No interest in those at all. So we'll probably end up having to put those on Etsy to see if there's any interest in those at all. So that's what we sold. Total take was about $1,800. Our price to get in for being there for the week basically was $290 to have a place to put our setup and our RV. So $290 for the price. That was not bad. We were able to have a hookup for power and everything for the RV. So it was like the spot was 20 by 40. That was big enough for our stuff. We didn't take up that whole space in the front when anyway. But so $1,800, $300 of that was used for our setup, $100 for food, about $100 for fuel and propane and all that kind of stuff. So $1,500, $1,400, $1,300. We took in, so you figure probably about half of that was the cost of making materials. So we made probably $600. So and then you got to pay taxes and everything out of that. So all in all, no, it wasn't terrible. We were hoping to do a lot better than what we did, but everybody there was expecting to do a lot better than what they did. 1,000 vendors there and maybe 500 people shopping. So there was just the people didn't show up to shop that would normally be there, and nobody knows why this time that the people didn't show up. Because the people that ran the place come by and said this is the worst that they'd ever seen, ever, hands down, bar none. Everybody was disappointed with the turnout for the shoppers this year up there in September. So there's another one coming up in May, Memorial Day in May. So we're going to go back up to that one, give it another go, see how it goes. And our next show, big show that we're doing, other than ones that we do downtown Castle Rock all the time. The next one is going to be in Chehalis, and it's a 3-day show at the fairgrounds in Chehalis, Washington. So we will set up on Thursdays. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday show, like the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of November. It's like the week before Thanksgiving. So hopefully we do well up there on that one. That was a lot more money to get into for a 3-day show. It's like twice the price of going to Packwood. yeah, see how we do. Hopefully, at least make our start money back and make some profit from there, and we'll see how it goes. So there's that in a nutshell, and I thank you all for stopping by. Sure appreciate it if you all hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Help me grow this channel up, and I'll try to make more videos, a little more consistent, a little bit better videos coming up. I got some more of those to go through. I'm going to go through all the stuff that we make for our shows and how we build everything there. I got another table I got to build, for me to be able to produce more items and have a workbench to work off of. I'm just kind of tight on space in here, so I got to make something that's going to work for me in there. And that's going to probably be my next build, so stick around for that. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you very much. See you on the next one.